I'm Lightning. Nice to meet you.
Yes, the Cars characters are playable in the Toy Box mode of Disney Infinity. Anyways, hello everybody, I am Gamemaster 909, back with more of Disney Infinity. Today, I'm back in the Toy Box mode. Of course, that's everyone's favorite talking car, Lightning McQueen. And previously, we made more progress on my very own Gamemaster 909 World. That's the name of it, Gamemaster 909 World. Great name, I know. It's almost as good as Gamemaster 909 Land, which was what I named the previous Toy Box World. Also, oh, well, I guess that works. Cool. But yeah, I was going to show off some power discs, but like, especially with the toy discs, there's not really much use to them if you're playing as the Cars characters, which is really odd, because, you know, a lot of them have to do with tools and packs and vehicles. Well, we can't hold tools and packs as a Cars character. Driving you crazy too. Alright. And we technically are vehicles. We can't really, you know, drive vehicles around unless we want to tow them, which you can do that, I think. I'll have to test it. I might test that in a little bit. But first, God, that fan's annoying. Anyways, Lightning's Collector Course. It's a ka-chow countdown. How many collectibles can you gather while racing around the stunt arena before time runs out? Let's find out. So yeah, it's just another collector challenge, but in the Toy Box mode. So yeah, I do find it interesting how they were able to come up with 4 different Toy Box adventures for the 4 different Cars characters, which, by the way, yeah, they actually went through the effort of doing that, which I find kind of cool.
Gather as many collectibles as you can before time runs out.
There's Cinderella's castle over there. Not sure what that's doing here. Maybe this will be the opening logo for Cars 4, if it ever comes out. I don't know. We need 120 points for gold. And, okay, we can't rev it, or whatever. I mean, it is. I don't know why he said that. But, yeah, we have to drive into all these collectibles, which means that, yeah, it can be tricky to get some of them, because we really have to figure out, like, you know, how to platform and stuff effectively with a Cars character. And I think we only have, like, what, 3 minutes to do so? Yeah, not the most time out there, so you're kind of still going to want to make a run for it, even though, or drive for it, I guess you could say. But yeah, we already got bronze medal. So yeah, if you really know what you're doing, gold can be pretty easy to get. I think I might have gotten it on my first attempt. I think I just barely did. I don't really remember that well. But yeah, Lightning McQueen is just as annoying here as he was in the Cars playset, where he will constantly spout out lines if you do tricks and stuff. Like that. So yeah, isn't that fun? Okay. Guess I forgot how the speed boost worked for a second. It just, you know, sends you, okay, I could do it. Yes, game, I know how to do a turbo. We almost have silver, by the way. Boom. So yeah, the red orbs give you 3 points, if you're wondering. And I believe the orange ones give you 2. Okay, game, I'll go turbo. As in, you know, a super boost. Not turbo as in leaving your arcade game like in Wreck-It Ralph. That's different. Shut up. Alright. With a minute remaining, we might actually be able... I'm missing a lot of orbs. God. Maybe not at the pace I'm going. But maybe we could try getting some of the ones over here. There seem to be some red orbs So that's cool. Alright, come on. Can we grab that? And we did. Only 15 points to go with 30 seconds. Can we do it? 13 more points. Don't know how I'm going to reach up there where all those orbs are. Alright, Sunday Driver 2. Uh-oh. Running out of time. Alright, can I do it? Okay, that's how you do it. I just need like a turbo boost or something. Ah, shoot. Alright, I guess I didn't do it. Okay. Only 9 more points to go. Yeah, that's the thing.
Gather as many collectibles as you can before time runs out.
Trying to, you know, control a car with the amount of precision that you need for a challenge like this can be pretty tricky. So, yeah, it might take you a few attempts.
Drifting is easy.
It sure is. Also, yeah, you're kind of gonna want to master the jump on there because I don't think you'll be able to do it again after that. So I guess watch out for that. You only get one shot at that. Alright. Okay, I completely missed the ones in here. Okay. I had no idea there were some red orbs on the ceiling. Alright, we got a feat. Turbocharged. Boost in a ground vehicle 100 times. Now let me guess. There's a turbocharged 2 that requires you to boost 1,000 times. Isn't there? 500 times. I kinda called it. God, man. How many hours does this game expect me to pour into it? Well, maybe that's what they're going for. You know? Considering that a big motive of this game is for its customers to buy more and more figures to, you know, blow their wallets for this one video game. So I guess it makes sense that they would encourage people to play it for as long as possible. Okay, that was cool. It was awesome, Lightning. Also, yeah, notice about the speed boosts is that, almost had it. I know there's a way you could reach up there. Is that, yeah, you only be sent forward or, like, boosted forward if you're going the direction that it points at. So if you go the opposite direction of what the boost pad, of where the boost pad is pointing, it'll have no effect. Just thought I'd point that out. Because who knows, it might help. Oh, shoot, 30 seconds remaining. Oh, God. Alright, now I should definitely try to find a way up there. Because what else am I going to do with my time? Okay, maybe there isn't. I thought I could maybe reach up there with, you know, a speed boost, but I might not be able to. Maybe it's just a tease or something. Okay, I have no idea what that was. Dang it! How am I going to do this? By the way, I leveled up.
Gather as many collectibles as you can before time runs out.
Ugh, this might be trickier than I thought. Yeah. Oh, you know what? You know what's over there? That's for the freaking,
Drifting is easy.
That's for the third and fourth players, isn't it? I'm not supposed to be able to reach over there.
Gather as many
Of course,
collectibles as
that
you can before
has to have the instructions every time. Yeah, that's just for the third and fourth players. I don't think you're supposed to reach over there. Wait, do I see orbs on the wall, maybe? Or maybe it isn't?
Drifting is easy.
Okay, there are no orbs behind us. Okay, maybe it is an area you're supposed to reach normally. Maybe? Oh, I didn't even get the ones over there. Shoot! No! Ah. Yeah, it just, I don't know. It might just not be enough time for such a big course like this, and to, you know, drive around it where you can't really, you know, get as much control of yourself as you can with a normal character. I guess that's why the collector's challenge don't really work that well with Cars characters. It's really odd. Yeah. Alright, let's go for the loop first. And also, reaching up there is pretty difficult as well. Alright. You're gonna want to make darn sure that you get that loop, because that gives you a ton of points. Alright, barriers not included too. I guess that's jump over 1,000 objects with a ground vehicle. Or at least now we know we've jumped over 200. That's nice. That is what it is, right? Yes. Okay. Just making sure. Alright, okay, I'm gonna need to use a speed boost here. Okay. Yeah, look at that. I just went all this direction with all that time, and I get no collectibles. Come on. This is why I don't play as the Cars characters that often. Is because they are not very fun to control. Like, they work fine for driving challenges, but for something like this, again, that requires precision, it's not ideal, to say the least. Alright, we have 100, with a minute remaining. Okay, definitely doing better than before. Alright, come on. There we go. Just 12 more with a ton of time left. Okay, 10 more. I can do this. Okay. 5 more, or 6 more to go, technically. Now 4. Alright. Definitely doing something here. Probably just... oh, just collect the ones over here. Alright. So I guess that's the real way to get gold medal is go for the easy... just go for the easy ones. That's all it is. Try not to focus too much on all of the red orbs. They might give you more points, but you'll waste a lot of time trying to collect the hard-to-reach ones to where, you know, you could have spent that same amount of time to get a whole bunch of easy ones, you know? A whole bunch of yellow ones. So yeah, the yellow orbs are kind of your friends in this adventure. But yeah. Overall, yeah, not a fan of that one. But that's only one adventure out of, what, 29? Well, of the character adventures. I know in total there's like 38, I think, 39? Something like that. Alright. Well, there is no road yet in this world, Lightning. We still got some more, world to build. Maybe. There could be more. Like, we should probably build, you know, more entrance ways, or just kind of ways to go from one area to another, you know? Like, hear me out. We get like a slope. Hillside block. Corner block with ramps. This might work, actually. Yeah. But, what direction? Should it be over here? Or perhaps over here, maybe. Let's try it over here. See how that looks. Do we have anything else that's like around the same size? Like a simple slope? That's a little big. Slope? I mean, I guess. Well, that doesn't really work. Yeah, look at that. So I guess this, the rocky platforms might be our only option here. Corner block with ramps. Alright. Here we go, and then we put more of them, maybe? Let's see if that's a good look. Kind of? Gotta love that sound. And I guess we'll put the cliff walls back. Just to have another way to get up here, you know? Where you don't have to go through that cave. Let's see, will this work? That actually does work. That... Ooh, you could... Okay, you could see right through it. Should probably fix that. Which, that might be an easy fix. Because... we have... Will the small flat terrain block work? I believe it will. Oh, look at that. Well, we can't really do it with lightning, but, in fact, it might be too tall for anybody. I really pressed the B button like I was in a vehicle or something. Wow. Silly me. Okay, well, we gotta have something else to get on top of these platforms light. Like a slope. But not exactly that. Small ramp cliff might do the trick. Step cliff. Okay, the step cliff could work, yeah. Yeah, alright. We'll put that right there. And on the other side, or perhaps even right here, we'll put a bluff. Wouldn't be surprised if as a kid I confused the words bluff and blush a lot, because they sound really similar. Oh, hey, there's that spare tire, which, yes, we can tow as a Cars character. I completely forgot about this. There it goes. Oh. But yeah, there's not really going to be much doing if we, you know, just use a Cars character to navigate this, because we won't be able to test out most of it. Great. Well, let's see, what can we do? Could we put more terrain around this land? We could, you know. Maybe we should focus on, like, the centerpiece, you know. But I don't know, are we entirely done with the terrain? I don't know if we are. 'Cause there probably is We could probably fill it with even more land if we wanted, you know? Because wouldn't that be interesting? We'll do that for now and see how well that works. Wow. Okay, that just makes this place look freaking huge. Holy crap. Look at that. We might decorate with plants later. For now, maybe we should focus on the centerpiece, you know? To have a main building. That's more important than anything else. Should it be made of blocks? Oh my god. If we were to have like a block castle or something, yo, that'd be crazy. That'd be freaking crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, because we have obelisks, you know. Those would be sick. Oh my god. Yo, and oh my god. What if it has a secret room that reveals the gold, you know? That I guess there'll be some lore to where like other people have mined and found ways into it. You know what? That's what we're doing. That's gonna be the centerpiece. It's gonna be made of blocks. I thought it'd be like a, you know, a normal set piece, but nope. Nope. I'm doing weird stuff. Because I can. And we'll start with the gold shaft or whatever. Maybe there should be a little bit more to it than this, maybe. Well, let's see. If we're gonna have a door, let's see. Yeah, we'll have the automatic double door. Oh my god, it's gonna be sick. We can have it centered like this, right? And still be able to do other things. Or place other blocks. I think we're able to. I don't know why it's called the stone wall. But, whatever. Yes, we can. And there isn't like a singular wall, is there? No, there isn't. Okay, that's just weird. But we could probably do something weird, you know. Ooh, lava. Could we use lava to our advantage? To have like a moat or something. You know? What if we had the castle on like its own island? Yes! Maybe. Then we'll have lava surrounding it. Oh my god. Like down here? You know? How would that work? Maybe not. Maybe I still like the idea of the frickin' castle being on a separate island. Ooh. Maybe no. No, we'll keep it where the gold is. For now, at least. For now. Or maybe. Ooh. Well, let's try to decide on a texture for the blocks. Which, it only affects these, right? I believe so. I don't think we have any other blocks in here. Carbon fiber, okay. Cardboard, that'd be funny. A cardboard castle. Be perfect. Castle brick. There is castle brick. Grass. That'd be funny. Chrome. Look at that. Super shiny. Concrete. Concrete too. Crystal. That'd be yeah. What's the term? I don't know. Dungeon. Well, we could probably have part of this be dungeon. I like executive. Frozen. Gingerbread. Hologram. We gotta have at least something in here be hologram. Ivy. Metal. Nah. Modern? Okay. Okay. Stunt wood? Oh, that's hilarious. Stitched. Smash. Simulated wood. Rock. Quilted. Plastic wood too. I'm liking executive for now. We might set the theme to that. Not army. No. It's executive. Alright, here we go. Guess you can't snap these? Interesting. Alright, creator extraordinaire. I have now placed 100 blocks in total. Nice. This should be a singular room in it. Look at that, we've actually gotten quite a bit of progress with leveling up Lightning McQueen. Then we'll have another room. Or just like a hallway or something. You know, it's going to have a lot of floor. A lot of walls, you know. Okay, this is the outer way. Because there's two different, like, you know, if you actually, you know, rotate the wall, there's actually two different kinds of ways it could be facing, which is really interesting. There's also the corners, which, I mean, I'm not sure why you would want that, but it's there, just in case, you know. Maybe there could be some special thing you need to do in order to access the, what is it? The door. Right. What can we do for that? Gotta do something crazy. Like survive spikes. We could place those on the ground. Or an exploding mine. Ooh. Maybe this would be how I can incorporate platforming stuff if I were to do so. Have a platforming challenge on top of lava to access something. Maybe I could do that later in this world, you know? To access a prized possession. But what? What could that thing be? Let's see, we already have the sword and the stone, so we can't really do that. Maybe it could be one of the decorations? Yeah, that could be it. Like crystals. Flagpole. I don't really know. I thought I knew. We gotta place this guy somewhere. Ooh, these lights would be cool to place. You know? Alright, back to the blocks. Can we? Yes, we can. We could have this as the ceiling here. Whoops. Okay. We have floors down here. Again, for now. There we go. Oh. Alright. But where could the... Gotta have the center, like a center throne room, I think. That kind of needs to be a must. I know that might sound weird, but like, it's a castle. What else am I gonna do with it? Not have this place, I don't know, some sort of weird monarchy? Oh, dang it. That just looks weird. But, probably not much I can do about it, you know? Maybe just have these stairs in the middle. Reach up to this block, which will have the ultimate throne. A chair. I mean, what else am I going to have? A trunk? Come on. Think about it. And well, maybe there should be 2 blocks here. A man's got to have a TV, you know. So we'll put the throne here. But, like I said, a man's got to have his TV. You know? And I almost broke it there. That would have freaked me. That would have freaked anyone out for sure. I mean, could you imagine Lightning McQueen coming in and breaking your TV? I hate it. Especially if I had one of those novelty Lightning McQueen CRT TVs. Yes, those exist. There was a lot of those, in fact. I went like down a rabbit hole at some point one day of wait, whoa, vaulted platform. Now this could be interesting. It's probably useful for like racetracks and stuff now I think about it. We gotta have columns here. Gotta have columns. Just kind of all over the room, you know? Then we'll have them on the other side of the room. Maybe? I don't even know how this works. But I will do the honor of figuring it out. That kind of works. For now. Should probably have the pillars be something different, maybe? Like a different theming? They gotta be chrome. Right? Carpet? God. I'm kinda liking the way carbon fiber looks. Carbon fiber pillars. So, dang it. Once again, I think I'm still used to the old Wii U button layout, which is why I'm accidentally pressing B instead of A. Because, of course, on Nintendo consoles, the A and B are swapped around. Oh, I gotta have a super tall throne room. Maybe? Is this tall enough? Perhaps it is. Perhaps it is. So we could probably just have it like this. And again, I'll probably texture all this later. Master Builder! Apparently I've already placed 100 blocks in this session alone. Good to know. God, it's annoying. Should probably do something about it. Wait, is there just... Okay, there's 4 right here. Maybe there should be 4 over here. Maybe I did make this too much. But what should be in the room? There's got to be something cool in this room. Wow, the research station actually fits in here. What the heck? At least I think. In fact, so does the combat simulator. And the clothing store. And not the shield tower. Should probably place it somewhere, though. Ooh, the money bin. Gotta place that on top. Even though we got all the money right here, there's still the gold shaft over there, you know? It's the super secret compartment, you know? Maybe not. Maybe we'll have the money bin either somewhere else or in the city. Probably that. Because I want to have a separate city sometime outside of this. Either within this world or in its own world if we run out of space, which is highly possible. Because we've already used up a lot of it with barely doing anything. So, yeah, for now it'll probably be in its own world. Decorations. Ooh, the monuments. We should probably utilize these in some way. Maybe have them over like here or something. We can't place them in the middle. Okay. Maybe these pillars are a little too close together. Ooh, the incredible statues could also work. You know? Yeah, okay. But that still doesn't answer the question. Oh, the gargoyles. Gotta have the gargoyles. Somewhere, at least. Maybe in the outside. Yeah, this should be outside. The inflatable Guido balloon. It's too big, isn't it? Yeah, it's too big. Dang it. A cannon? God, could you imagine? Hop over gate. A pool. It's gotta have a swimming pool, man. The Invisinator? Ooh, the grow panel and shrink panel. It's the, yeah, it's the secret technology I've been hiding. Or it could be like a garage. Yeah, it could be a garage. That might be your best call. It could be a garage. Or, excuse me, a car hole. Anyways. Yeah, that could work. An arch block right here. Or actually, no. The arch block right here. Yeah. Dang it, I probably should have had this whole place like a little higher, you know, off the ground. Because I'm trying to think, how am I going to have a super cool entrance? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. This is so cool. I am liking the way this is heading. It just all it needs is a little more color right now. Ooh, the onion dome right here. Have a Hershey's Kiss right here. That's what I always thought it looked like. A Hershey's Kiss. But what color should it be? I don't think it could be a straight up brown. Can it? I don't think it can. Ugh. That looks gross. That looks kinda gross. This is probably the closest we're gonna get. Have a Hershey's Kiss on top, you know? In case I get hungry. Or really anyone here gets hungry. A blip block. We'll have a blip block version of this later on. You know? Just in case. A dome. Got a freaking gumdrop. Ooh, this looks cool. Oh, I like that. A support arch. Ooh. Okay. A balcony. Ooh, I can have a balcony. Maybe. I don't know where to put the balcony. Huh. I really don't. Curved block, a pillar block. That's a cylinder game. Yeah, I think I'll have it be a garage. And have this be like a different texture. Alright, 200 blocks. Ooh, maybe there should be a balcony over here. You know? We gotta have cool rooftops, I just realized. Is there like a corner block? I don't think there is. Dang it. There is this, though. These could work for cool roofs, yeah. Maybe. Maybe not, because they don't look good when, like, a whole bunch are right next to each other. At least in this texture, they don't. We'll have to see about others. Triangle block. Vaulted platform, which is actually larger than a normal floor. Because they believe they are they are 4 by 4 as opposed to the 3x3 that the floors are. Which I find very interesting. Maybe the balcony... Well, okay, maybe they can't. Dang it. Let's see. A vertical ramp. We also cannot put here. We can put above, though. Hey, these can make for... Could these make for good roofs? Let's see here. I kind of like that, actually. This is actually kind of coming together. Wow. A block-based castle. Why didn't I think of that before? Previous main worlds that I've had in the past have mainly had... A lot of them I used pieces of the Cinderella's castle building set. At least I think for 2 of them. For, I believe, 1.0s and 3.0s I've used them for. And maybe for now, they should probably have open ceilings. That'd be cool, extra cool. It's not great for security, especially for the gold room, which is probably why we should block that off. And maybe we'll have a not-so-subtle ceiling covering it up. Yeah, that works. We'll have the hologram. Just like, yeah. We're trying to hide this, but we're not doing the greatest job. There we go. I like that, actually. That works really well, especially with the fact that the animation kind of seamlessly goes through each floor. It looks really good. It looks great from above, which we gotta have a flying vehicle accessible somewhere. But yeah, this will probably be the garage. And like I said, we'll probably texture it later. Because if we do, it'll look great. Well, maybe I shouldn't delete it. But I should probably have a better kind of, I guess, pattern to it. Because it's not very even if you look. Yeah, especially those. So we'll probably have it in the middle, maybe, for now, of each floor. Which... Okay, it only allow for 3 of them, but... Oh god, not again! Anything to protect the television. Alright. This looks cool, actually. Yeah. We have this room, which leads into here. And I don't know how a car's character is going to get out of this. Oh god, I just realized. A lot of it has to do with climbing. So I guess if you're a car's character, you're kind of screwed here. Huh. Well then. Unless you go through the whole cave maze. If you're willing to. Actually, I think you have no choice but to go through the cave maze. Or to go through the grotto. If you want to, you know, make out the other side. I should probably fix that. I also should probably finish this. I keep on forgetting that I need to finish certain certain parts of it. Wow. I think I'm getting there. There it is. There's the exit. Alright, so you can get out of the canyon with a car's character. It's just really difficult. Now, I don't know how I'm going to get back up there. God, that's a thing I need to work out with this whole place before I get really cooking, and that's or cooking. There's a difference, isn't there, between cooking and cooking? I think you guys get what I mean, but I just realized there probably is a difference with today's for vocabulary and stuff. Or maybe I could reach up there. Oh my god. I can do it. Or maybe not. Maybe I could if I friggin' cling onto the rocks, like I seem to have done there. Not sure what that was. Ah! Okay. Okay. Maybe a teleporter or something? I have no idea. We gotta work on an entrance for the castle. This is not gonna cut it. But you know what will? I mean, this works, technically. This kind of works. It looks really weird, but it works. By the way, is what the castle floor looks like. It's raised. Tower base. Small castle top archway. Wow. There sure is a lot, isn't there? Yeah, this is probably the reason why I would make my own Cinderella's castles a lot of the time, because yeah, there's a lot of customization you could do with that. Oh my god, I forgot how huge this is. Probably put this as well, you know? That's interesting. Look how big that is, holy crap. This fits. But should I? Oh my god. It seems overkill. Let's see. We'll try going for that entrance for now. Let's see how that goes. My god, look at that. Yeah, that actually kind of works. What the heck? Maybe we will have... How does castle brick look? Does it look the same as Cinderella's castle? Not really. In fact, dungeon kind of looks closer, ironically. Let's try and see how that looks with all these blocks. Does that look any better? I still like the executive more. Maybe we'll have there as a place. We'll have this here as a placeholder. Just in case I think of anything more clever.